I'll tell y'all something. I'm gonna let y'all know straight like this. Hey, real spill. I'm worried right now. I'm very, very, very worried about what I'm gonna do to somebody. Like, I try really hard to be such a kind and peaceful person and to lead with love. Like, I have an infinite reservoir of empathy. And the love that I show to the world, to people that fuck with me, to strangers, to my enemies. The level of love and empathy that I show is unprecedented. What that means for y'all intellectually impaired is I'm way too nice. And oftentimes when people are too nice, when that switch flips, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. And my switch is flipped. There's no turning back. And I'm really afraid of what I'm gonna do to somebody. Like, I don't want to hurt nobody. I really don't. But I'm past the point of giving a fuck. And somebody gonna get treated. Somebody gonna get treated, I swear to God. Like, funny shit aside, rhetoric aside, threats, etc. I ain't right. And I will wrong you. You should be very, very, very scared. Because I'm scared of myself. And I'm scared of what I'm going to do to anybody. Anybody. I don't want to. I really don't want to. But remember this video. And make sure to put something on my books.
I heard this nigga Lush tonight. I seen a little video, him walking up the block and pretty much begging people to bail him out because of what he's gonna do. Like, come on, bro, you 40-something years old, dog. That can't be what you own. That cannot be what you own outside, homie. That shit weird.
All right, so as you can see, we are covering the Sharp versus Lush One feud, beef, whatever you want to call it. We're back on that. Now, this one's going to be a little different than the other coverage that I've done so far on this issue. And how it will be different is that we're going back now. We're going to look into who Lush One once was in his past, about a decade ago. We're going back into the battle rap days. You understand? So, yeah, get your snacks, get your favorite drinks, whatever. Get all your favorite party favors, as long as it's not the type of party favors that Lush would indulge in. And, get in your most favorite part of the couch or wherever you watch these videos, get comfy. 'Cause this is going to be a long video, as you see by the runtime. But yeah, there's a lot to look at to really understand why did Lush even decide to crash out on Sharp so hard. I think it's deeper than just, oh, Sharp's name is buzzing, he got 100,000 subs, I'm gonna start crashing out. I think it's more than just that, and we'll get into why I think it's more than just that. But in short, Lush, he's a battle rap legend. That's something that's attached to his name no matter what. But you see, I realized something when preparing for this video. Legendary there's two sides to being legendary. You could be a legendary success or you can be a legendary failure. Some people even meet in the middle of that Venn diagram and have a certain split of success to failure ratio. But for the most part, if we're looking at this shit like it's sports, it's either you're a legendary success or you're a legendary failure. Or just a guy who did their job. That doesn't really get called legendary, though. So an example of like a legendary success would be Shaquille O'Neal. You know, Shaq. Uh, he went to what, Louisiana State University. Now you know who else went to Louisiana State University that is legendary is Jamarcus Russell, for instance, right? Jamarcus Russell was supposed to be the Shaquille O'Neal of quarterbacks of football, of American football. However, Jamarcus Russell is what's called a legendary bust in the sports world, or a legendary failure. So, yes, Lush One is legendary. He has some contributions to the game, some contributions that most people will never even be able to scratch the surface of. But at the end of the day, I think he is a legendary failure. And why do I think that? Well, I have the clips to support that. Let's get into it.
What's up, y'all? I've been thinking about this. So this is something I've understand that I've been making a lot of comments about sex trafficking, people that are preying on and abusing women, people that manipulate younger women, try to get in their pockets, their minds, and their soul, essentially, in order for their own personal gain and all that. And I got to thinking, are all pimps horrible human beings? Are all pimps and sex traffickers the same thing? Is there a distinction between the two? Is there anything to be respected about that game? What does ism really mean? Is ism just manipulation? Just words used to elicit feelings and a reaction in somebody? Is there a merit to that? And I've been really thinking that I have a lot of respect for the pimp game, as twisted and as contorted and fucked up as that sounds, especially considering at a certain point when you start splitting hairs about different aspects of the criminal life, you got to hold everybody equally accountable. Drug dealers, gang members, all are equally repugnant and bad for the community if you really want to analyze it and break it down to brass tacks. Although I don't think that's necessarily true. I can find positives in all those different professions. Even being a drug dealer, which is like, what's the good thing?
I bet he can find a positive in a drug dealer existence in his community. I bet you he's best friends with a lot of drug dealers. Not only that, Lush One at one point was on No Jumper saying how he was one of the biggest, or I think he said the biggest drug dealer in the Los Angeles area for a little over a year. Don't believe me? We have the clip for that as soon as Lush One is done explaining this hypothesis of his. I guess he's preparing himself for the debate with Brandon, aka Bucci Bear, aka Flacco's goon. But yeah, that's neither here nor there for now. Maybe soon we'll be covering that. But right now, what I wanted to say is, Lush, he's getting on this whole, oh, I hate pimps so much, and all of a sudden, and yes, the almighty suspect thing is one argument. That's like the most obvious argument as well. You're damn near best friends with almighty suspect, so you can't hate pimps that much. But there's also some history to Lush that would kind of say that Lush once tried to pimp out an entire uh, group of people. He's tried to pimp way more than what Sharp ever tried to pimp. Lush had a lucrative business deal in regards to making the underground battle rap scene into a commercial pay-per-view. Like, he wanted to make it like boxing, like how boxing and UFC works. He was trying to be the Dana White hybrid Dana White mixed with Joe Rogan. He was trying to be that for battle rap and like do a deal with cable companies to be able to do pay-per-view for the battles. So he was essentially trying to pimp out a whole underground music scene. He's an underground king. You know, he has the Drake tweet that he's so proud of. Perhaps the song "Underground Kings" is slightly inspired by Lush One. You know, like I said, he's legendary. Jamarcus Russell's legendary too. But in order to be a legendary failure, you have to first succeed. So this is some of the successes. But yeah, let's get to those. Let's get to those clips.
About being a drug dealer. Well, sometimes it's better. Like people they're gonna get sick. They need this. The pharmaceutical companies are already got the game in its chokehold, and they got the prices so high of certain things that people need to go to the streets to get it for a more affordable price. In a sense, it could be argued that they're doing a public service, and people might be like, "Oh, you're going a little bit on a bit of a tangent there. Like that sounds like real junkie talk." Okay, then let's talk about marijuana. Marijuana was illegal up until a few years ago. There's people doing football numbers, lengthy sentences, fucked about the game because they got caught with a little bit of that reefer with a 3-fingered lid, a Panama Red back in the 70s. Is all pretty much.
There's probably more shit I missed. He has a memory bank like an elephant.
Like that's like the most condensed version possible, you know. Like, but really, at the end of the day, like for me during that time, like I went through like a crazy period after the whole like Chief Keef situation kind of deteriorated. Like I wound up kind of still being involved in battle rap, but I was really like I was more in the streets.
Well,
like,
it's never easy when you lose your billionaire sugar daddy.
Yeah, 1,000.
Had him over here keeping it a whole buck.
No, that's keep it a stat. Because look, I
Just
had
a guess.
No, that's exactly what happened. And like, you feel me? I have like the model wife. I'm like living in a. You feel me? My overhead is crazy. I'm living in like a really like nice apartment in West LA.
Okay.
All this shit's going on, and I need to sustain that money. So I wind up becoming like one of the biggest dope dealers in West LA for like a period of
Meaning
time.
weed?
Nah.
Oh.
Etc.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, yeah, I was in the game for
Really?
like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
For a few years there? Or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, like really like 1 year solid, like of like dumb jugging and a bunch of other activities.
And
Which
you sound very confident that you made it out of this unscathed.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
solid. 100%.
Nice.
But like what was really crazy is like,
Keep that in mind for later. The losing your billionaire sugar daddy line. Keep that in mind. That's very important. Some of you that are more familiar with Lush's entire public eye story, you already know what Adam was alluding to there. But that clip will be relevant near the end of this video. Don't worry. For now, what we're focusing on is how Lush is trying to still carry on with whatever argument that he had on the No Jumper News or whatever the last Thursday show. I don't even remember what show it was. It might have been the Tuesday show. Either way, he had it was the Tuesday show, right? That's when he was arguing with Brandon. And he said, well, F it, fool. We can just debate then. Like, we can have an actual debate. I can't wait to see this shit. I think Brandon's gonna smoke him. He's gonna smoke him for sure. I wish we could bet on this. I wish this was on those betting apps that lets you bet on like pop culture. But anywho, speaking of bets, we're gonna get into Sharp now, showing that now Sharp for like a year plus has been being pestered on his stream by the live chat and even by his ops. They'll hop on No Jumper and be like, Sharp, you don't even show none of the females you be with, blah, blah. We ain't never seen Sharp with no females and stuff like that. They're always going at him. So Sharp finally, with the whole the allegations that Lush very strangely tried to pull and then kind of started backpedaling on not that much after, trying to put a wild jacket on Sharp. That finally triggered Sharp to say, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna show one of my people that I associate with on stream, because you're out here saying really hanging on to the Dora the Explorer undies thing And we broke that down recently, that whole situation and where that even comes from. But let's check out some of Sharp's stream and Sharp's responses to Lil Nicky.
Come here, baby. This one, yeah, come here. You good? Come here, hey, come here. Sure. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, 'cause you're a very beautiful woman. I don't know why they be thinking, like, I fuck with crackheads or, meth heads or anything like that. I mean, I thought we live right. You're a very beautiful woman. They don't be knowing. How do you?
You want me to?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you should, because you're a very fine woman,
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I don't think it's no type of issue. I mean, shit, I'll keep it cool when, come here. I don't think I got a ugly chick. I don't, show them your teeth, baby. Do it look rotten? I don't think I got rotten ones, baby, and you got your nice onion on you. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. It's good. Hey, hey, I appreciate you, love. I don't really I don't really understand that type of, where people try to talk and talk crazy about me trying to be where I don't fuck with dope addicts or drunkies or, I don't know. I appreciate you though, my love. Beautiful and tasteful, always. Am I mean to you? They say, people say I'm mean to women or women don't fuck with me. I don't understand none of that shit. Make content, man. Like, I didn't know I gotta show chicks to be like, oh, well, nobody wants to be around him. I'm like, well, shit. Baby bad, my nigga. Shit, I don't really, you can't even say nothing about it. And no offense to Germ, like Germ cool, but I'll put this bitch up next to her any week, any day, nigga. Any bag, anything. No offense to baby shit, I was just trolling, buddy. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't know where I do wrong. Shit, ain't I an old nigga? I'm just an old nigga. Old as hell. Then they say I'm 47 or 56 or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Okay, cool. Well, you're absolutely right. She don't even know how to. She's like, are you sure? Like, she mind her business. I just wanted to get that one out. Like, don't play with me. Like, I ain't got nothing against, like, baby. Like, Germ, she cool looking little chick. Hey, homie, I keep stallions. Man, what? Please.
Sharp trying to stay respectful. He's like, no offense to her. However, if y'all in the chat want to just go ahead and screenshot what you just seen and then gone over to Germ's Instagram and screenshot her best picture, it's not going, Sharp wins this one. If there's a scoreboard, Sharp just got another point in his favor. Lush has a big fat 0. You're losing. You're losing the battle, my boy. You're for sure losing this battle. And that's in my professional opinion. I'm not going to go as far as, rating them 1 through 10, but I'm willing to bet that if people in the comments want it to do so, rate what you just saw versus what you can see on Lush's page or even on the what is it called? The hanging mic. If you want to go watch one of those on No Jumper, you can see Germ in video form while rapping, and you could hear that irritating ass voice. You could hear it all, see it all. So yeah. See, this is the thing about, I don't know her motives for why she's dating Lush, but when you date somebody that is a laughing stock, it automatically takes your value to as low as possible, as low as them, if not lower, because it's like, you were with that, with that dude, So automatically, just you could be Beyonce. The second you choose to date Lush, you're automatically lower than a 5, in my opinion. You can't even score higher than a 5. That's your best is 5 out of 10 because you dated Lush One. And not even just like, oh, one night out. No. You dated this creature, this drugged up, crusty ass, musty ass. We already called him all the things, right? You dated that. You were letting that enter you and do all types of nasty things to you for months and years and years. Oh no. Just throw the whole bitch away. For real though, like Lush he's damn near a homeless person. If you just look at him, he has a lot of the same vibes, the same mannerisms, the same addictions, the same habits. He dresses like one. I don't give a damn how expensive some of his outfits might be. He dresses like an actual person that sits out in front of the gas station and asks for money or whatever place that they sit out in front of in your city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even mean to shit on the homeless people. I'm not even on no American Psycho shit. I don't hate the homeless or none of that shit. Like, I be giving them niggas money and all that. But Lush looks like he would just post up in front of the liquor store all day, and then add the walk to it. Like, bro, just imagine if you meet someone, you're really vibing, you start dating them, and then you start asking like, oh, like, who have you dated in the past? And he's like, oh, the you see that dude standing in front of the 7-Eleven right there? What you're like, where? Oh yeah, right next to the red box, the one who's just sitting there high out of his mind, drooling on the concrete. Yeah, that's my ex. That's like the same thing as pointing out Lush as the ex. Like, hell no. You gotta go. So, honestly, Sharp is diabolical for even wanting to have Dram around, in my opinion.
Go, Gadget, show that bitch. Now I be feeling like I be having a fucking Pokemon little... Man, here. Bow. Man, baby, all the way real body, nigga, nothing, nigga. No body work done, no nothing. I don't need none of that shit. Niggas is trash.
That's a shot at Linda the Plug, I believe. I just have to note that. And I have to note that I followed the person, I forgot whose video they commented under, but it's a pretty popular YouTuber. They have like over 100,000 subs. He said her new name is Leonard the Plug. Leonard the Plug is a hilarious nickname for Leonard the Plug. So I'm going to be running with that for sure. If that was you who commented under whatever video that I've seen, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. I would love to give you your proper credit. It's just I can't really backtrack, and sort through what people, my comments on people's videos like that. But Leonard the Plug is a hilarious nickname.
I say that because I love you. She ain't got to deal with dope, coke, and all types of shit all around. Nigga, she don't deal with none of that shit with me, nigga. Fuck you mean? I like to stay in position. You, on the other hand, little buddy. Y'all want to see her again? I don't know. I don't like to show nobody. I don't do nothing with nobody. I don't talk to nobody. I stay out the way. I let niggas say what they want to say. No, she popped it too. I ain't gonna lie. She made it clap. All these fucking missed calls. Gotta scroll through my shit because I got all this no caller ID fucking. But I can say, a lot of the texts that I did get was love. I appreciate the support and the love from all y'all. Come here, baby. Come back. All right. Man, on damn texting, damn videos. Now I get tired of that bullshit. Yeah, I spoke on the Tory Lane situation. I feel like Buddy gonna get out. For real. I feel like Buddy gonna get out though. Come here. You good? Come on. Do me a favor, baby. Put this shit. Come here, love. You good? Come here. Hey, man, I promise you, homie. Hey, I ain't never been on no drag. I don't play none of them shenanigans. You know, mine keep a clear face. Hey, she a real one. I don't be playing with no drag on me shit. She don't, y'all never even see me even bring nobody on camera for nothing. Baby, I know how you, am I wrong? You love me?
I do, yeah.
Yeah?
I do love you.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a beaten woman?
Now do I look?
Got none of your jewelry on or nothing, but I mean, I don't think that matter.
No.
I don't think that really matter at all. I appreciate you, baby. I just be wanting to know shit.
Are they being nice to me in the comments?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I think all that matters is if I'm nice to you.
You're very nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're great.
Yeah. I beat your ass up, huh? A lot of times. I go whoop you out in the corner, black eyes. You get your ass whooped. Every time you say something, every time maybe you even scrape the fork across the frying pan.
Never.
Oh, baby, I appreciate you. Love, I appreciate you for coming in, baby. You dig? Big old onion, huh, baby? So big it made him cry. It's like a book. It's like a damn book. Good girl, man. 3 years. 3 years. That's why I say, man, shit, when I pop at a nigga, bitch, that shit cool. Like, that shit straight. Like, that, like, for real. Respectfully. And I still take Lush bitch. I promise you, for God, bruh. She'll come up over here, nigga, and be accepted in open arms. Man. Had that girl pull out a bankroll so big, nigga, it's gonna cry harder than the onion. But we don't need to take it to that point of it all. Shit, she put on more jewelry than Lush chick. Nothing, and I ain't trying to knock, baby, but I'm just like, well, damn, you know? Shit, I don't show nobody nothing. But niggas be talking all that crazy shit, and I promise you this, too, right? You're still gonna get the video that you asked for, Lush, talking about a girl that don't, hey, I don't know what she does. I just like her, and I'm just cool. Good girl, man. Great girl, nigga. I can never knock her no matter what happens. This ain't no fight, homie. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like, niggas be sharps smoked out or, nigga, please. You ain't never even been to my house. Well, Lush has, and he can't even say it smelled like cigarette smoke or fucked up or ever been. Nigga, he done been with me in other cities I done lived in his. Shit, nigga, he lived with his bitch.
Now, Sharp is on some nasty work. He's basically accepting the fade challenge. So I'll beat you up, I'll take your girl, and I'll upgrade your girl's life. Because not only does he live with his chick, he lives off his chick. If Lush and his girl were to break up tomorrow, I think Lush would have to stop doing his live stream thing for a little bit unless he's going to stream out of his parents' mansion.
Man, baby bad. Portuguese, man. Bad. Man, don't get it fucked up, dog. And I heard that shit with the no jumper mod or whatever the case may be. Hey, I'm promising you this. I promise you. Flacco, you the only nigga, because I'm going to give you your, Jala, I'm going to give you your shit, homie, and I'm going to respect your last name. Nigga, you stood up for me today. Or yesterday. You did. And in that, I'm going to reward you. I'm going to give you something, and I'm going to show you something that nobody's ever seen. I hope it's the same person that they're talking about, a no-jumper mod. I just hope it's the same person, and if it is,
All right, so what Sharp is talking about right here, where he's saying he's going to reward Jalo, is so Jalo was the only person to say, "Nah, y'all doing too much. Chill." When Lush started, he started spazzing out. He was on like his second or third on stream buzzball, which who knows how many he had before the stream, but he was starting to feel himself, and he starts yelling about Sharp. And then Josh, again, I don't know what Josh and Lil Nicky have going on as of lately, but he was all on Lil Nicky's side. Oh, but just don't say her name. But yeah, that's crazy, Lush. Like, oh, all right, bro. But yeah, apparently Lush is gonna expose some type of inappropriate communications that Sharp had with a Discord moderator or a Reddit moderator or something like that. I don't remember which one, but it's some type of moderator on a website where fans come to get off extra narratives and shit like that. But yeah, they're trying to find anything they can to expose Sharp, because none of the stuff that Lush initially tried to expose him with has really stuck. I mean, the interview that he was talking about where he interviewed the little person, that's been up on No Jumper ever since it happened, 2 years ago? And it's also on my page. You can see it, a quick little, like, the main part that Lush was talking about, as well as some more of the interview where Sharp ends up actually giving the woman plenty of respect for being like a good mother and shit. It was a pretty respectful interaction after he got his initial jokes out, as we broke down in that one. But yeah, speaking of getting jokes out the way, we're gonna let Sharp finish, and then we're gonna get to Bro Rogan was on the Thursday show. I don't know who was in the building, but Flacco essentially refused to be in the building at the same time as them, is what they said, because Flacco was on the thumbnail to be on the Thursday show. I think. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong, but I believe that Bro Rogan had the sit in for Flacco's absence, and so the Thursday show was honestly pretty boring. Not because of Bro Rogan, but just because it's Lush and Suspect just getting off all their bullshit, basically. So yeah, we're gonna get into a clip of that little shit show that took place, where Lil Nicky is going to start ranting about Sharp, of course, and he's gonna start ranting about this, what made Sharp, show us a female that he keeps around him in the first place. He's ranting about that again after Sharp already did the showing her on stream. Lush is going to respond to what you just saw, basically, and say, "Oh, she looked like shit," blah blah blah. Which, I mean, that's all opinions, but I think most people's opinions would vote for her over Lush's girlfriend that he lives off of. So there is that to break down. Let's get to it, though.
I'm going to show something. I don't even want to expose it. I don't know. I won't put no name to it or nothing. But if Flacco says it's the person that I think it is, because I know they told him off camera, I got something to show Flacco that's going to dead all of that. Come on. Y'all know I'm going to take some wins through this shit already. And I'm going to show some shit to Flacco. He going to be like, and the way I want him to go word it, I want him to word it like, hey, you really can't fuck with the light-skinned nigga. You might want to leave him alone. Lush, you're talking a little bit too far past your means, my boy.
tell you one thing.
Facts.
You said something. You want to put $50,000 up that you'll whip Sharp. I'm gonna tell you.
I know I'll whoop Sharp, but like that's another topic
the
completely.
confidence in that squabble, I think you a little too confident. Because
on a side note, how is Lush out here making bets that he knows he can't pay? Lush can't pay no $50,000 bet. What is he talking about?
We ain't never seen that nigga do nothing but yell at bitches, smoke cigarettes.
yeah, I know, but like to drop 50 on the like, are you gonna train me?
I got
Let's
50.
go.
I'm not saying he gonna beat you. I'm not gonna say he gonna beat you. I'm not saying he gonna beat you.
Listen,
but
I'm
that's
not saying Lush
confidence.
got the most hands, but Les got more face than him.
Well, no, yeah, he made, but like he's a star. But like he's a nigga out here. You said out here starving, right? He got a single apartment. Nigga, if a starving nigga heard a nigga willing to put up 50,000 on a fight, you bringing out the Muhammad in me. I'm coming into that fight because I need that 50. So like that's what you're not looking at.
But what you're not looking at.
Come in there with all type of thirst you want. Just because your brain thirsty don't mean them hands is gonna correlate.
Shit.
I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm gonna come in here. People don't give a fuck about that. I'm determined.
Yeah, determined.
Nigga, Rocky was determined. The guy his ass whooped the first movie.
that nigga was he also was a character, bro. I'm telling you.
Nigga.
Y'all niggas don't know what the dirt.
But here's the thing.
You better stop doubting these scum niggas, these dirtbags.
But when you're not looking at it,
when a nigga hungry, hey.
He not that kind of dirtbag.
I'm that kind of dirtbag. I'm a scumbag.
Y'all niggas
I'm a snake.
I didn't even know that. Okay. Hey, let me take all that
snake.
back. You said he get his eyebrows plucked?
He got the Lil DeVille from Rugrats, nigga, with the little flip. Fuck out of here.
Wait, hold on, wait.
You be moisturizing that
I already
shit.
lost because you.
I mean, getting your eyebrows plucked is your main argument for why you think Sharp doesn't have hands is kind of crazy. At the end of the day, one of the greatest boxers of all time likes to wear dresses in his free time. Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya will literally beat, what is it, high 90% of men on the whole planet to death. He could beat 90% of men to death with just hands alone. And that's where we draw the line as eyebrows. The nigga wears dresses and stockings and pantyhose in his free time and poses for selfies with it. He walks around in crop tops and nail polish and shit. But he will beat the brakes off of the majority of the men on this planet, regardless of how confident the opponent is.
You said he get his eyebrows.
Nigga, that nigga
never even brought that up. Shit. Never mind, Lush.
Fuck out of here.
But I got 50 on you.
And I'm not saying Lush is just Muhammad Ali out here, but he got more fades in the last 12 months than that nigga.
So that means he got more experience right
now.
Hey,
how many faces? You had a black eye last time I saw
like 4 or 5.
He got like
real fades. I'm talking about like I ain't talking about like a punch and a punch. I'm talking about like
I'll say like 3 of those.
Come on, bro.
But with that being said, I think what you're not looking at, bro, Rogan, is Sharp's inability to follow through with anything that he says he's
I'm just looking at somebody that you said was starving out here. And I'm looking.
Man, the hell with all the cap. Lush is damn near a paraplegic talking about he could beat people up. Lush ain't been nothing but a human punching bag. He be getting his ass whooped. Talking about he got more fades. Just because he's willing to get knocked out by everybody he comes across does not mean that he can fight.
Looking at it from that because a hungry man will go in a
starving. He not Black Air Force starving, dog. You hear starving?
Yeah. I'm thinking about
nigga
starving
with a hoodie and Black Air Forces.
Right.
This is a nigga with face piercings and shit. Got tattoos on the face at 40. He like a face person type nigga.
He pierced his eyebrow?
He that kind of nigga.
I mean, he's somewhere in between.
He that kind of nigga.
Fake juggalo and metrosexual.
Right now, but he that kind of nigga.
Definitely.
He that kind of nigga.
He's the first metrosexual juggalo I've ever seen.
Not an eyebrow.
He that kind of nigga.
But
get on that nigga head.
Bisexual than a bitch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Oh, he did have a
lesbian.
collage of Drake's album in his.
That nigga bisexual.
My thing is this.
What am I doing?
That's a bisexual band.
Lush, you my nigga. I have to apologize because like now that y'all putting these points up, like hold up, cut goofy. Like you were whip on that nigga. West side.
And here's the thing. I issued a challenge to Sharp yesterday. I said in 24 hours.
Let me train him. I'll put 50
24 hours. Can you get one? Can you get 24 hours? Can you get one female who's not a prostitute, one female who's not a prostitute to say that you're not a piece of shit. Such a simple challenge. And then what did he do? He proceeded to do a stream with a prostitute.
Well,
and not even a cute
so
one.
but why did you
a
say
busted one?
All right, so this clip that I threw in right here is just to support this claim that Lush is in no position to talk about the quality of women that anybody keeps because Lush is willing to dig into a garbage can and hit whatever he finds in there. How do I know this? Well, early on in his no jumper on camera experiences, he decided to tell one of his go to onk at the cookout stories. One of the ones that probably scares all the children away. You know, all the aunties and whatnot are like, oh hell no, don't go talk to Uncle Lush. He's a weirdo. But yeah, he knew exactly how many minutes it would take for him to even tell this story. It's a 15-minute clip on the No Jumper clips page, but I just took the best part out for what's relevant to the video. So enjoy this look into what Lush is willing to do to what is it called? Get his rocks off.
We get in the car.
Fuck the shit out of her.
We're driving like this. She's like swerving. She's so fucking drunk. She like pulls over like.
Oh boy, if this was a courtroom, that's a promising start. She was so what, sir? Can you say that again?
We get in the car.
Fuck the shit out of her.
We're driving like this. She's like swerving. She's so fucking drunk. She like pulls over like a half a block down. Start making out. Blah blah blah. Titties pop out. Blah 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 blah. She's like, oh, I put your fucking dick in my mouth. Blah. So I'm like just like pushing this bitch's head like this, like a fucking like I'm Randy Savage, right?
Yeah.
And she's like ooh, she's like gagging, choking all over, like damn, you're throwing up on my shit. And then she's like, no, she's like, could like slow down, like you're so aggressive, like she's like, it kind of hurts. I was like, nah, trust me, it feels great. Trust.
I think he missed the point of what her saying, no, wait, slow down. It kind of hurts. You're basically just describing one of your victims, an experience of making someone into your victim. Keyword making. Hey, he chose to hop on here and tell this story to Flocka.
Trust me, right? And then this is like the most impressive thing about this girl, right? She was so psychically in tune to what's going on, the intricacies of the cock, that she knew before I was about to nut. Like I thought I'm about to nut down her throat. She literally pulls up off the dick and puts her titty right there. So I nut on her titty and like in a Jedi mind trick, Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off maneuver, as the cum is coming out of my dick, she already has a tissue out. She is like, she like wipes it off. Like, I don't know what kind of sorcery this bitch was on. And I'm like, okay, I instantly regret what happens. Like before the nut is even like exited my balls, I'm already regretting what I did, right? But it was great. And then she's all she's like, what's your name again? And I'm like, Nick. She's like, I can fucking love you. And then like I was like, all right, bitch. And like, let's go back. So long story short, all right, short story long. By the end of the weekend, not only did I fuck the fat bitch, eat the fat bitch out, I fucked the retarded sister and her best friend.
Excuse me, sir. That's what we're bragging about on podcast now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the pause in between words, y'all. But I'm lost for words. He's bragging about having sex with a quote unquote fat bitch. He ate that fat person out. You're eating fat girl cooter, Lush? But you want to talk about what other people do in their sex life? You have no room to talk. But then it gets worse. You just told us about how you forcefully penetrated this young woman's throat. Crazy time to have to clear the throat. But yeah, you just told us about forcing yourself in a woman's throat, and then going back and having sex with her retarded friend. Oh man, and you think that you should be talking about what other people do in their sex life when you're on camera telling stories like this. Okay. Okay, Lush. you better hope before your debate that Brandon doesn't watch this video. Brandon, I saw you defended your name on one of my recent uploads. Feel free, man. You don't even got to shout me out. If you do, that's cool. If you don't, I know when I'm being shouted out without being shouted out, just based off of what is being said. So it's all Gucci over here. Oh shit! The ammunition that he has provided is this is amazing. Anyways, let's get back into the No Jumper News clip of Lush and his irrational confidence.
So I caught 4 bodies. You fuck free.
Now prostitute like that because like.
Because that's
Man,
that's the only
some
women.
of my good
Shout out to the
friends
hoes,
were
man.
prostitutes,
Because
and I love hanging out with them
I
bitches.
understand that.
He's not saying
I
there's nothing wrong
understand
with
that.
You're
What do you mean?
misinterpreting him.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
He's saying because he feel like he gonna either force the bitch to say something or because the bitch is under his little
So they're
she'll
hit.
say whatever.
They on
That's
his
what he's
table.
saying.
He has no ability
That's
to
what he's trying to
interact
say.
with a normal woman, with a woman who's
Hey,
and not.
he game
He's
based.
not saying nothing.
That's
He's
it.
not down talking hoes.
But are you downing him for being game based? Like he ain't
Nah,
a
he
square.
would
That's
do
not
that
even- that's
because
not
he
even
know what's going on
game-based.
over here.
Yeah, he
To
ain't
me-
a square.
To me, if you're game based,
So
then I
why-
think you'll be
why-
able to interact
that
with a
nigga's
bitch
married.
normally.
That
But
nigga married.
he's proven that point because he got bitches on his table.
That nigga married.
But no, but if
You
you're
talking about a square bitch?
He married, fool.
yes,
So who? The-
Married to a
He's
white woman.
Is she on the black?
Married to a white. It don't matter. Won't go fuck where she at. He's married to a white woman.
Like he walked down the aisle and proposed his love?
They have a marriage certificate.
Oh man,
quote unquote,
Hey.
I had to, church.
Oh, okay. Now, see
fuck
y'all. See, I don't know these niggas. I don't watch
why you
niggas
can't get
videos. I watch
independent.
clips. So like the clips that I see is like what I go off of. So I never met the dude. I've seen him a few
that's
times,
exactly what he
and
said.
I
I had
and
to
like
do it.
now, okay. Sometimes you need to be put in place, and I was just put in my place.
And as far as Brandon is concerned, Brandon is like.
So he wear cucumber
Yeah.
melon lotion from Bath and Body Works. Is what you're telling me?
Does Bucci use lotion? But
Bandit.
I hope he
I don't
does.
know.
No, but
Here's
here's
he
the.
had his eyebrow pierced.
Sharp is
Nah, that nigga
is
for
a
sure
full-on
got his
lesbian.
eyebrows. He for
He-
sure
And
got his eyebrows.
so
he's
he's
a
not
lesbian
black?
store clerk at Sephora.
he is.
You said he
No,
was.
his
What is he?
He looks like Lithuanian and maybe a little bit of Greek. I want
Damn.
to see that 23andMe.
He looked.
I wanna
like-
see
he
the
looked like
23andMe.
Jack Sparrow.
Get at this nigga.
He looked
He a
like
short
Jack
nigga
Sparrow.
too.
Yeah.
Nah, he not
Nah,
short.
y'all got me
He looked
jumping.
like Jack
I'm just
Sparrow,
fucking
nigga.
with you, man.
But all that
shit.
aside, like I definitely the thing is Brandon came over here
Pull up a
with an
picture of Jack
agenda
Sparrow.
that I didn't
And then-
realize that he had. I thought we were just having conversations. And me wanting
that
to
nigga look like
he
a
has
pirate.
this Brandon has this vision of me of like having white savior complex. I'm not here to save nobody.
You do though.
No, I just love I love black
Love
people.
niggas.
Nigga
Yeah,
look
I
like
love black
Jack
people.
Sparrow.
Yeah, how can you not, nigga?
Why wouldn't I?
Why?
Why wouldn't I? You feel me?
It all came from us.
And so when I'm watching him cook, I'm like, all right, here's this black
Well, now
dude.
pull a picture of Zorro. He looks
Awesome.
like Zorro.
Antonio Banderas
Also-
or
He
the,
looked like Antonio Banderas.
or the white one with Tom from
Antonio Banderas. That's exactly who he looked like.
Sharp is not even Mexican enough to be Antonio Banderas.
So wait,
He's
what the
Greek.
fuck? So he just
Now
one
pull
of
up
them.
a-
He like every race combined in one man.
Yeah, I want to
like
say
the '99
might be
Summer
like
Jam.
I want to say he's
That
like
nigga look like
part-
Antonio
like
Banderas.
he might be like
nigga.
part from Bangladesh. He might have a dash of
But he
Bangladesh.
ain't got no nigga in him.
Oh yes, just America's best podcasters, just comparing people to shit that we can't see. Oh my gosh! Insert your favorite slur at Almighty Suspect, and let's move on.
You brought the boy Lush name up. I don't really give a fuck about none of that shit. He shows y'all every day how much he really does respect me. And I help him with his little game. Shit, I help him. You want to see a couple chicks, bro? That's easy. Come on, dog. It's surface level shit. I help you. Nigga, you don't help me. Your fans can come, the little bit that you do have, they come watch me. They get some game and they go tell their friends all about it. My people come watch you and they say, man, why you got cotton balls on the corners of your lips? You know, my people, they dissect everything. So they're like, nigga, what are you doing? You outside of an apartment building tripping out. What do you got going on, bruh? To say I beat your ass, nigga, that shit's easy. Me and you both know that. To teach you some game, bro, and get you better is a hard way. You are showing people, bro. You talk a lot about a lot of this shit, right? But you always bring up no jumper in what you're doing, Lush. Honestly, you do this. I see it. I laugh at you, homie. You bring it up because that's all you have. You didn't even touch as much money as I did there, and even me repping it. You show people, dog, how much of you are of a sellout to nothing. I ain't gotta take nothing from no jumper, talk bad, nothing, but I just watch what you do. You feed into all the bullshit for nothing. Grow up, homie.
That's a lot of facts that's being spit right now. Lush for sure was walking around in the street looking real homeless, looking real out front of the 7-Eleven vibes. With the cotton balls in the mouth is crazy though. You out here with the crust in your mouth. How does that even form? I don't understand that shit. I be talking a lot. I don't be having to wipe the corners of my mouth after talking. What he got going? What does Lush have going on? Does he need to go to the doctor? Does he need the free health care? He's in California. He should be able to go to the doctor, right? This shit is crazy. But on top of that, what he's saying about all you have is no jumper, that is a fact. The clip of Lush walking in the street that this in the beginning of this video, that clip has like, oh man, it's less than 600 views in 17 hours, I think. I caught it around 17 hours of it being posted, and it still hasn't eclipsed 1,000 views. Lush has 30,000 plus subscribers on his YouTube page. He should be getting more than that on any upload. He can upload his morning poop and it should get more views than 700. Like, come on, what are we talking about? That's why I really don't get it. Like, how are you going to try to compare your YouTube stuff to Sharp when, the best part to me of this video is still yet to come. After this Sharp stream right here that we're watching, after he roasts Lush some more, it's gonna get really good because we get to really dive into the history of failure, and we get to officially stamp Lush as a legendary failure, because that's what he is. That's what he is. He's been doing the same J-Cat ass shit his entire entertainment career. It's almost a 20-year career of succeeding here and there, but for the most part, failing epically. So let's get to it.
Get grown. Fight me is not what you want to do. I'm just tired of you even pushing that narrative. And nigga, you trying to blame it on me. Boy, you was the one that tried to talk about me in that whole sense. Me leaving LA. Never said I wanted to fight you, nothing, even though I'm gonna knock your whole denture loose. You got that one coming, dog, regardless. So it's no cop-out. But I'm just saying, dog, you was the one that even started talking crazy like that. Fuck is wrong with you? That wasn't even you. You've been in my fucking house. Start talking crazy, nigga, once I leave. Talking about, oh, well, he wanted to fade before. Why didn't you talk about that when you left? Nigga, I never had no issue with you like that. I was roasting you before I left. You talk about how you want to fight me. Little leprechaun. Fuck is wrong with you, boy? Hop, skip, and jump. See you in the gym. That shit ain't gonna save you. You don't even know, dog. You playing with a real street nigga, homie. Man, boy, that shit gonna go way past. Just stop, my nigga. Go live your life. What's wrong with you, homie? They got you turned up like that? They got you turned up like that, homie. Damn. Same shit, boy. Dancing, stringing your ass along. That nigga say, yeah, my chick would never want to deal with you. Hey, bro, I'm really a cool nigga. Shit. I just seen your chick and she had a couple little saucers on her, nigga, so I said something. You know how I go, bro. Shit, I ain't did nothing wrong. Shit, a lot of these bitches like me. Let's go down my timeline. Let's really go down what you know of me. I heard this nigga Lush tonight. I seen a little video, him walking up the block and pretty much begging people to bail him out because of what he's gonna do. Like, come on, bro, you 40-something years old, dog. That can't be what you own. That cannot be what you own outside, homie. That shit weird. That's weird as fuck. You ain't at home with your bitch. You ain't at home trying to think outside the box, make y'all better, get her up out the apartment that she decorated that you stream in. You can tell that's all her shit in the background. You sitting there walking on the motherfucking streets.
Street walker. He got to walk on the streets because, you know, when the person that pays the majority of the bills is sleep, because she got a real job that she got to go to most likely, or, you know, whatever, work from home, whatever the situation is, I don't know. But as Sharp is doing, as we just observe and kind of break down the situation, anytime you see a nigga who just has to go on an inconvenient walk at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., so they can hop on their YouTube live or Instagram live and talk shit about their ops, you know, so they have something to talk about on tomorrow's podcast. That's somebody that's living off of their female. I don't need to see, you know, who's the primary name on the lease to know that Lush is living off of his female. This is what this is. And my question when I see things like this, from people that are on a platform as big as No Jumper and that have touched as much money as Lush has touched in other avenues of life, is damn, homie. What do you got going on? How little is Adam 22 paying you? Are you on a slave deal? Are you a slave, sir? Mr. Lil Nicky, are you a white slave? Please, please let us know if you're being paid enough. Are you being paid a livable wage in the city of Los Angeles? Because it really doesn't seem like it. Or maybe you are getting paid a livable wage and you are such a fiend that you're just smoking it all up and drinking it all up. The amount of buzzballs he pulls up to work with every day is a little absurd for somebody that lives in a tiny little crammed up apartment that their girl is paying for. If you get in a fight, you're going to be like, no offense to Milk, but you're going to be like Milk. I can always tell when Milk is getting in an argument with his girl because Milk is doing the shit out of the car. He got to do the whole video out the car again, and sometimes it's in the parking structure, and maybe he just wanted the car vibe so he could talk about what he wants without, you know, disturbing her sleep or something. But sometimes the car in the middle of the damn street and there's cars passing by. It's like, hold on, bro, what you got going on? Where you can't just stream at your house. You a grown ass man can't stream at your house. I'm talking about Lush again now. Grown ass man, you just set up your whole little shit in the living room so you can make music and stream from. Why are you walking around in the street? You can't say what you saying right there from the comfort of your couch. You must not be paying a damn, not a single bill there. You ain't even picking up on the Wi-Fi, my nigga. You don't got $75 extra for the Wi-Fi. This shit, man, it's crazy. I honestly, if I was Sharp, I wouldn't even entertain Lush anymore. It's gotten to the point where it's too far. But just as soon as it starts, like, man, shut your broke ass up. Shut your legendary failure ass up. You ain't about to talk to me while your girl pays for your phone bill. Your girl paying your phone bill and you go on Instagram Live talking shit about another man. Yeah. Me as the breadwinner in my home, my girl don't gotta work. You know what I'm saying? I'm a actual breadwinner. She don't gotta do a damn thing, and the house is gonna be exactly what the house is gonna be.
Talking about, hey, somebody bail you out so you could be at the next stream of No Jumper. That's what you always bring up, bruh. They take No Jumper away from you, nigga, then what you got? That's all you have, homie.
If they take No Jumper away from Lil Nicky, he gonna be on the corner.
You don't even believe in your own channel. That's why that shit don't pop. I try to help you get it popping, bum. Fucking crazy, homie. Niggas are trash. You lie through your little dirty ass dentures, nigga, every day. Every time you sit on that podcast, you fucking poison it. Hell, it was already being poisoned, but you go through there and you can't wait to clean house for it. You're trash. Lush, why you always try to play Mexican, bro? Like you, I'm really black and white, bro. I don't try to play nothing through anything. I don't try to act like I'm something that I'm not. Why you try to act like you some type of Mexican, homie? And you white, bro. You not from nowhere.
I have a theory on that. Is we'll probably never get a real answer out of Lush on why he likes to play like he's Mexican, even though he's Italian and Jewish. Something he says over and over. I think Lush likes to pretend to be Mexican sometimes because he knows that he's a super epic failure, a legendary failure, and in order to cope with that, he likes to make believe that he, had disadvantages at birth by being born into a minority culture. Um, and the thing is, it's just another way to dodge accountability to cope like that. You're just dodging accountability because there's Mexican born people that are born Mexican that are successful and in this country are not. There's black people that are born 100% black. We all have no control over this, but that are very successful. There's examples of every single race on this planet has a success story if you're willing to work hard enough. And if sometimes it's natural gifts, but if you're willing to work hard, you can be some version of a success story, whatever that success story is for you. It might be to get off of, sleeping on your friend's couch. It might be to get off of food stamps. It might be to get off of Section 8 living. Whatever the case may be, there's a way to work your way out of that. That's just, especially in America. Like, this is why people come to America. People are willing to risk their lives to come to America. And you have this person that was born with not only just skin tone white privilege, but like actual white privilege Lush has. Not every white person is born with the privileges that Lush is born with. Lush was born into a rich family, and he could have easily been a nepotism film baby. Easily could have just went into the film industry and just been a J-Cat holding up a light somewhere or whatever avenue he decided to go down. But instead, he decided to try to pimp out a subculture in the hip hop scene. like I guess he still did try to tap into his whiteness in that regard, as far as pimping out hip hop artists for his profit. He tried to turn culture into profit, but you can make the argument that he's a part of that culture. So if we're gonna go ahead and accept that, yes, he's a part of that culture for sure, but he also then takes things too far just like we see in smaller sample sizes, every month you could see the roller coaster that is Lush One. Um, he'll start off, he's having some good pods. The fans are rocking with it. Oh, Lush held it down. And then let a week or two go by and Lush is crashing out or Lush is just too drunk or too high. It's always something that takes him a few steps back. He can never just have progress. He always is going to get in the way and sabotage that progress. You know, he actually reminds me a lot of another person that has struggled with addiction publicly and, you know, kind of comes from that type of rap culture, of the battle rap type culture, which is Joe Budden. Joe Budden is a whole legend when it comes to diss tracks. He's known as the guy you don't want to get into a battle with. And he's also known for having a very serious and lengthy struggle with addiction. He's also really good at podcasting, though, right? So good that he's almost uncancelable. He's damn near like you can't cancel him. He has to actually go to prison to be canceled. That's the only way. Is if he can't, and even then he'd probably just do what Loose Cannon and Brick Baby were doing and call in and still conduct the show. But yeah, Lush and Joe Budden are very similar, except for Joe Budden is still on the legendary success side of legendary, whereas Lush is still, you know, he's legendary failure. And back to my whole example about, you know, Lush's identity crises. Joe Budden is a black man. He was born without very many privileges compared to Lush. And he still worked his ass off in the entertainment industry and multiple avenues of the entertainment industry, even as far as reality TV, and promoting himself via that avenue. And he's a success story still. At the end of the day, he is. All vices and flaws aside, Joe Budden is living the American dream to the fullest. And Lush can't seem to get right. At some point, you have to look in the mirror and admit to yourself, okay, I mess up here, I mess up there. I want to succeed, so I have to stop doing these things. I have to stop messing up. You can be a successful addict. I don't advocate for that. You know, I'm sober gang over here. But you can be a successful addict. Joe Budden is living proof of that, and countless other people are. Not just Joe Budden, but that's the most similar to Lush that shows there's two sides to this legendary word. And those storylines are so similar that it's crazy. There's almost no rebuttal to that. If you can rebuttal that, feel free to try, but I don't think you can really rebuttal that comparison.
Just be a guy from LA. People might respect you a little bit more. Be a fucking grown man. You can't. And that's why I say I'm gonna end up having your chick. I don't got nothing against little Germ. I ain't said nothing bad about baby. She's worked. You can work through that. Get her right. But this is what I always tell you ladies and tell you females. You're only as good as the man that's around you. You're only good as the situation you got going on. Don't wait 2, 3 years, 4 years to figure that shit out. And you can't be mad for a nigga that leaves you that figures it out before you do. You gotta hold that one. I'm just keeping it a band. For a bitch to sit there and even accept Lush, man, you like niggas, they lowest. Niggas you can control. Shit, I feel like baby using them. Get his little bit of clout, his little bit of whatever the fuck he feel like he running, and lose him. Get him out the way, he ain't nobody, shit. He knew he ain't had no business fucking with baby anyway, shit. That was already your friend. Why fuck with your friend now? That's all y'all got? Wish I would go sit there and fuck with a bitch at a last straw. This was always my friend. Why fuck that relationship up? You can't go get nothing else? This is the bottom of the barrel? Fuck it. We didn't hit fuck it. Man, please.
That is a very good observation, actually. Is Lush dating Germ? He's admitted that was just his bestie for the longest. Is that his version of hitting rock bottom in the dating pool? Damn. Sharp's bodying this fool.
Can't fool me, nigga. I dissect all that shit. That shit easy. You see it. It's clear as day. Bet you gonna see the scenery change around him once that bitch gone. No offense to you, little mama. You know what I'm saying? But shit, nigga, it's the truth. That's just how I talk. I ain't no disrespect to you. But shit, I already know. Shit, once you gone, shit, he ain't gonna have nothing. He gonna be crying on the streets talking about how he wants you back. Please. I already see it. That's why nigga praying to God something comes through. Praying to God, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. God ain't gonna bless you. Not in your fucked up state. Nothing about you, boy. And I heard you say, nigga, you'll drive to Vegas, all that shit, nigga, drive. I mean, I would love for you to drive, bro. You need to see some countryside for your ass to see some stars. You need that. You absolutely should do that. Yeah, and by yourself. Do that, bro. I promise you. Ain't nobody gonna show up to you. He's a bum, homie. Really is a sucker. But I love it. You've allowed, you help me too, nigga. You make it fun with the content. Damn near as good as when I had to sit there and do for the love of smack. Boy, you make it, this shit be a free lunch. You niggas try me when it come to bitches and like all this shit, nigga. You should leave me alone in my department, nigga. I did what I did for a reason. Don't you ever forget that. This is weird. This should be weird as fuck. Can't never give no respect where it's due. Trash. And they still try to use that against me and turn it. Man, please, my nigga, I'm out of here with that bullshit. Miss me with that shit. Either I had bitches fucking with me or I didn't. I don't know. Everybody always paints their own narrative. Everybody always paints their own narrative. Versus, oh, well, bitches don't fuck with me, but then I be having problems with bitches and there'll be a whole fucking scandal. So, I mean, shit, nigga, where are we at with this? Why is everybody painting it for me but me? Let's be real, homie. You can't dissect me, nigga. You're not gonna baby Diddy me. Baby R. Kelly me, nigga. You're not gonna do it. I can't allow it, man. That's not going down. I ain't in jail. I ain't got no charges, nothing. Let's try to sit there and say, oh, well, you got sex trafficking charges. Nah, nigga. I had a trafficking committed commercial sex act, category B. Nobody, hey, man, that shit got dropped. They hit me with a fucking category B money laundering, nigga. If you gonna say you gonna pull up my shit, pull up my shit. It's not about what they say, it's about what they got charged with. Nigga, I'll fucking bet you 100 bands. Boy, you better stop. Bet me your 50 right now that you know for a fact, because you said this, I got sex trafficking charges. Show me.
Hey, Sharp has every right to feel as angry as he does, honestly. Lush, he loves breaking the main rules that you shouldn't break. Like when he went on there and told Almighty over the phone. Well, Almighty wasn't there to work that day, but he called in for whatever reason. And he, remember when Almighty was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pull up and fight you, Lush." That's actually a part of the bonus clip at the end of this video. A little never before seen by me clip actually that shows a different angle of that whole altercation that has nothing to do with what we've been seeing on No Jumper's actual page. But yeah, when Almighty pulled up to fight Lush didn't pull up, but said, stay right there. I'm going to pull up. It was because Lush jumped out the window and said, "You're a known rat, fool. You're a known rat." And he was on there dressed like a cholo and shit and talking like a Mexican man. Just like Sharp was kind of saying. But Lush, he loves throwing out wild ass claims, like the most egregious ones that you have to have the proof for. He loves to throw those on his coworkers. It really is no surprise to me that everything Lush has ever been a part of ultimately fails, because Lush is just a terrible, flawed, like everybody's flawed, but he's just extremely flawed human. He doesn't even try to work on his flaws, it seems. He's just a J cat. And somehow he cats his way to a damn like management position, and then he just fucks up an entire company. This is his thing. This is what he does.
I bet you 50 right now, bruh, just on that alone. Then nigga, I promise you, I'll let you sock me in my jaw first, nigga. I'll let you get off your best. Show me where I got sex trafficking, nigga, where I was convicted. Show me. Show me where I was convicted for that. If you do, I'll let you punch me in my jaw, nigga, first off the movement and call myself a bitch, nigga. Straight up. If not, nigga, give me up to 50. You better belly that shit up, nigga. You better belly that shit the fuck up. Straight like that, homie. I got a category B money laundering charge. Straight the fuck up, homie. It ain't about what they try to initially hit me with, nigga. It's about what I had to cop to. And anybody or anything was involved, nobody was underage. Nobody was even in their teens. Boy, you better go do your research, nigga. You better go Google me for real. You gonna do it? Can we Google you? Can we see that you that real though about what you say you is, nigga? I caught my cases, nigga, in other states. Other state. Let me not try to over exaggerate or try to put any paint where it don't need to be. Caught mines in another state. You can go pull me up, baby. I can't make this shit up. Fuck is wrong with you, little boy? Do you know you can go Google me right now and there ain't gonna be nothing about no little young anything in the mix? I never had that jacket, dog. For a nigga to say, "Oh, well, I'm pushing that jacket." He just want to get beat up real quick. That's all it is. He just want hands put on him. That's all that is. That's why he said, like, shit, I don't lose nothing. He just feels like he keeps the channel turned up, getting beat up. Nigga, you suck. You suck like fuck, bruh. I'm peeping your whole game. That's all you have. I told you that. I knew that. All you have is that place. You leave there, guess what, nigga? You gonna start talking bad. You ain't even got no fucking right, but you would talk bad. That's what you did before and then came back because you want to suck dick.
I had to let those last moments of a sharp stream play, just his clearing of his name is fairly represented on this channel. I never ran along with those narratives that Lush tried to paint. But just in case anybody was on the fence, I just wanted to let that be there so y'all can understand what Sharp's rebuttal was to those egregious claims. Now, this part though, I've been waiting for it to get to this part of the video. I ain't gonna lie, I'm very excited for this part of the video. Why? Because we're really looking back at the so-called legend of Lil Nicky, of Lush One in the rap world, in the battle rap world. This experience is what gives him his main source of credibility to even be, a prominent figure on No Jumper. Now, we're gonna go to this page called Rap Grid. They actually have been staying updated with the times. They started off. I think they were the company that was hosting the pay-per-view thing at some point. I'm not exactly sure about how they were moving 10 years ago, but they were covering Lush's. It was supposed to be his biggest moment in battle rap, at least up until that time, but it ended up being the biggest stain on his name in battle rap, which is the Ether. They called it Ether, the battle rap event that they were putting on, and he was selling $40 per view, pay per view, $40 tickets, virtual tickets to this show. Now, the show is widely criticized by those that attended, by those that attended virtually, I believe, too, based off of some comments that will flash as I'm talking here. You guys can read through that comment section. But this Rap Grid page, they have exclusive Lush One interviews. They were chronicling this entire era of the legendary Lush One, because he was, hosting a lot of the West Coast battle rap events, and Lush tried to merge the mainstream rap culture and, like, getting businesses to back battle rap. So that's why I say Lush essentially tried to pimp out an entire section of hip hop culture. He tried to do way more pimping than Sharp, but you see, Lush has been a JCat for a long, long time, and he who knows what he was spending the funding on, but he had $1 billion. An actual billionaire was funding his vision at one point, right? And so, how did they culminate this vision of his? Was by giving rapper Cassidy, you know, from Philadelphia. They gave Cassidy $350,000 to come out to LA and battle rap against the best battle rapper of the West Coast, essentially, right? So why is this a big deal? Well, things didn't go as planned. The $350,000 man came out, and the microphones weren't working and this and that. Now, I said earlier, they structured this to be like boxing. So the main event, the main event of the night had these same technical difficulties as the prelims and stuff. So they had prelims, they had, the big three battles right before the main battle. Like, they did the whole structure of boxing, apparently, but almost every battle had some type of controversy around it, and it wasn't because of what was being said by the rappers. It was supposed to be a huge opportunity for, these rappers that have been making their name in the underground scene, being at all these different events, going from the Bay to LA, from LA to the Bay, and all types of shit. People's whole careers were leading up to this one big moment. This was the chance to really get noticed, maybe even mess around and get signed yourself if you do well at the Cassidy headlined event. But Lush essentially half-assed everything. They never did a sound check of any sorts, apparently. And some people didn't even get to perform against the people they were scheduled to perform against. There was multiple canceled performances. But I can't show you, those musical events. But what I can show you are these parking lot and street interviews that Lush, I don't know if this cameraman just took the initiative to interview these people, if it was just Rap Grid was just documenting it themselves, or if Lush, had organized this. From the sounds of it, Lush didn't organize no damn interviews, because if they did, this thing was in like a club or a ballroom or something. I'm sure there had to have been an extra room that you could have had the interviews conducted in, and it would have looked nice. It would have been professional. You wouldn't hear cars passing by. Some of the interviews are taking place in the venue during other performances. It's just a shit show all around, but that's what we should expect from Lush, right? But you see, this event and its failure, the failure of the Ether battle rap event, essentially defines Lush's battle rap career as a host, businessman, and some people even see it as, well, battle rap was never supposed to be a mainstream thing, and Lush One and his business partners were essentially trying to, genderfy or be sellouts. So they were trying to sell out the culture to the mainstream so that they can profit, right? And these other rappers that people knew within the scene, they didn't get any of that $350,000 from Cassidy. A lot of them didn't even get to perform, so they didn't get the exposure that they deserved and worked so hard for, and things like that. So what we're gonna watch is these interviews from Rap Grid, and then we're gonna watch a Lush One interview after the people that he let down. Well, we're gonna watch the one from before. So they even titled his first interview that he did promoting the event. The way they went and titled it on YouTube was "before the event" in parentheses, so people know as soon as I see this, oh, this event went really bad, didn't it? It must have, because we're promoting it. This is gonna be a big deal, pay-per-view with battle rap, blah blah blah. Lush One in sales pitch mode. But then after the event, it's a whole nother story. So let's get caught up on how Lush One essentially fell from grace in the battle rap scene. Now, this isn't the only reason why he fell from grace, but this is one of the biggest, most documented things from this era in his entertainment career.
What's up with it?
What's up, Rap Grid? We here with Lush One, man.
Yeah, man. It's a blessing. Over here, Rap Grid in the function, you know what I'm saying? We at the Belasco Theater. Ether! Fuck with you so like Ether. Teach you the king, you know this. Lush One across the belly. Suckers lost already.
So let me ask you this. It seems like you've done a lot of the hugest events in battle rap. Out of the top 10 hugest events ever, you probably at least got 6 or 7.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. That's gnarly.
How does it feel to kind of like top them all with this?
You know, it's like that's the nature of an ambitious person. You ain't really supposed to like if you ain't out doing what you did last and you're not doing it right. I heard Disaster once say about battle rap that if you're not making people flip the fuck out and lose their mind, you ain't doing it right. And that's the way, as an event curator, that's the same approach that I pick. You know what I mean? I want people to flip their fucking mind.
What do you feel is going to happen after this event?
This event is just another step in corporate America realizing the true value of battle rap and knowing how to it's the relationship between this culture and the business, and they're just gradually growing together, and this is just a huge fundamental step towards that. It's also said people don't realize that we've been setting up we have 6 events set up already all the way through June similar, comparable size to this. So it's like we basically just raising the standard for everybody, including ourselves. And when there's so many fools putting on dope events all the time, you have no choice, because people, like, the kind of shit that used to flip people's mind is mundane now. So it's like the standards are so fucking high, and that's where it is, you know. And at the same time, with all these stars in the game, there's also some kid somewhere who's 15 years old in the projects or some shit, or maybe the suburbs even, spitting fucking bars for Arsenal, for Diz, for Hitman Holla, and all these guys. And that kid is about to be next and carry the torch. That's why I love this.
Something dope you guys did with this card that I just want you to talk about real quick is you put on, and I don't know if you can talk about Bone Thugs' opponent yet, but you putting on a lot of cats who deserve a shot.
Right.
And a lot of other leagues don't really do that. They just kind of recycle the same talent. Like, what was your thought process as far as that?
So it was all sounding nice, in theory, but the execution was botched, fumbled, and ultimately just a failure. The guy that was supposed to go against, a member of the Bone Thugs and Harmony, he was interviewed. He was very upset that he didn't even get to perform. So check this out.
Yo, Cali Smooth, just tell people what happened with the event.
Man, I was supposed to have another battle, man. It didn't end up going down. I really apologize to everybody that came out and expected to see the boy work, man. Shit, man, it was a letdown on just the time and the venue. Some was a mix-up. I can't speak too much on it because I don't know the exact mix-up, but I apologize to everybody that came out, man. I was supposed to cook, man. I had to.
So keep in mind, do you hear what he just said? It was a mix-up with the time or the venue or something like that. Basically, the venue cut the audio system off after a certain time and told them they got to get on, go on, get up out of here. We don't care about your little event no more. Overran the time because the host couldn't keep things flowing in a timely manner from, what people say that actually attended. And that all falls back on Lush. This is Lush's fault that this young man didn't get to have his, dream battle. This is like the Super Bowl getting cut short in the third quarter because the damn commissioner failed to reserve the venue for long enough, essentially, or failed to make sure that things go according to plan. But what's really crazy is that they have a billionaire investor, and they can't get this. This all could have been avoided. You could have booked enough time, considering how much funds you probably had to do this, Lush. You were able to pay one piece of talent $350,000. The venue costs less than that to rent. You could have paid for an extra hour or two just in case you need that extra hour or two. You fool. But he's too busy being catted out. You seen he was all dripped up. Lush most likely spent the extra money instead of booking enough time for the venue for everybody to get the stage they deserved. Lush went and bought some drip that he put together in a wild ass way. He wearing all types of designer shit, all types of chains, and none of it look good. But anyways, let's get back to these disappointed people that are essentially the victims of Lush One's J-Catness.
I had some crazy shit. I had some shit in my notebook for y'all, man.
So it's supposed to be you and Busy Bone, last battle of the night.
Yeah.
Y'all supposed to set it off and make everybody go home happy.
Yeah, I mean, we supposed to turn up. We supposed to do some things, but,
Shit, my fault, Mr. Cali Smooth. This was the headliner. The headlining event didn't get to go. So it wasn't just Cassidy versus Lush's homie that ends up on the podcast with him and Adam later. It was, this dude was the headliner as far as from the battle rap side of things, and he was supposed to go against Busy Bone. Damn, the headliner didn't get to perform is crazy. And look at the setting for his interview. Just outside on the corner, people's Uber pulling up and shit. Like, bro, what is this?
What happened? You might make it happen, man. You know.
What else? Talk that shit. What else? Stop being fucking frustrated, my nigga.
Nah. It is. Look, I've been hot for like an hour now trying to figure this shit out. So you know, it's the end of the night, man. We've been fighting for this shit for like 2 hours. So the event.
Niggas might want to get it popping out here.
Yeah, we tried that too. That was an option too. I was like, spit, let's get it cracking. But you know, shit couldn't happen, man. Much love to everybody that came out, man. Once again, I apologize, even though it wasn't my fault. I came ready. I had my material ready. But
you gonna get that next opportunity. They gonna.
Man, I ain't never. You feel me? I feel like I ain't never gonna get that back. But it is what it is, man.
Anything you want to say to the fans out there or anything?
Yeah, man. Stop sleeping, man. West Coast, best alive.
Damn. That shit cuts deep. He said, man, I'm never gonna get this opportunity back. And he wasn't wrong. He was not wrong at all. I highly doubt that he ever got that opportunity back. Maybe, you know, some of y'all battle rap fans could correct me if I'm wrong. He for sure didn't get it back from Lush, if at all. This was literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a lot of these people. And that was the headliner of the event. That was the main event. That's like if everybody bought pay-per-views for Tank Davis and Tank Davis's fight gets canceled after they already did the final weigh-ins and shit.
It's on you.
Oh, I thought 2 hours ago.
Oh, Rap Grid, we here with Official.
What's up? Sugar Official.
Yo, like, we at Ether. What happened tonight? The battle just ended.
I don't know, like, it just was, for one, I don't know, like, with Cassidy, they paid him that much money for that. I'm so disappointed. Like, I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I can't really be disappointed at him because, I knew that he doesn't do this on a regular. Like, I shouldn't have expected that much. Disaster was doing, he was dope. Disaster was actually talking to him, you know, but it's like people just wasn't fucking with it. They started booing, like, for no reason. I guess since after so long, they got tired. People didn't want to get off the stage. It took about 45 minutes before the battle to start. It was just, it was definitely bad. This is something it shouldn't have turned out to be.
I guess shout out to Poetic Flocko. This is bad. This is bad right here. Imagine if Flocko was making content back then. He would have ran 10 different videos on this shit right here. This is bad. Lush's face right there crying.
What happened with your battle?
Well, Bonnie couldn't make it, legal problems, I guess, or something, I don't know, whatever. She couldn't make it, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to battle, but Lush One, you know, he still let me come on stage, you know. Some bars I wrote, like, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just write this shit, like, spit something, you know, let me be seen, I wanna be on pay-per-view too. So, it was a bummer that he showed, but...
I was high, my nigga. Right. You know what I mean?
I mean, niggas gonna do what they do. You know what I mean? Niggas, cool. You know what I mean? I wish I could have watched the last battle.
Right, let me ask y'all this. How do y'all feel about, like, every major battle getting fucked up in some way? Besides the Snoop Dogg shit.
Alright, go ahead, bro.
Hey, man, I feel niggas need to just get on one page. Simple as that. Niggas need to get on one page. That's just bad business. Simple as that, nigga. You know what I mean?
How do you think this affects shit, or you think it just don't even matter at this point?
That's crooked, yeah.
My opinion on that shit, my nigga, is like, this shit ain't really meant to be that mainstream, my nigga. This shit is supposed to be, you know what I mean? Like how it started, my nigga.
Exactly.
I mean, like, not
very
too
chosen
big of a
few.
crowd,
Yeah, very
nigga.
chosen few.
Microphones and stereo systems and all that bullshit, my nigga. It was just a room where niggas could hear you and you gotta rap loud enough, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
100.
So that's another thing that lost them some of their time that they booked with the venue. They didn't test, like, I mean, yeah, you could say battle rap is supposed to happen in just a room where people can hear you, project your voice. You don't need no microphone and stereo. And, you know, it's probably a valid argument. I'm not from the battle rap culture. It's not for me to decide that. But what I do know is if you're putting on an event, especially a musical event, you should probably test everything with some type of sound check the night before, the morning of as well, or whatever, few hours before people start arriving. For real though, since it's a full blown organized thing, they don't gotta perform what they're gonna perform in the battle, but everybody should have had to go through a sound check. Everybody on the card should have had to do a sound check, and then you could troubleshoot some issues before the ticket buyers are there, and you avoid frustration like this. But it's Lush running it. I wonder what Lush was doing in the final 2 hours before the event started. Probably copious amounts of Pookie. That's why he's Pookie Rosenberg.
100. I think there's certain battle rappers that can adjust to the camera and all that, but that's not the name of the game. You know what I mean? It was that small, exactly, that small corner, that small circle. You know what I mean? That's left the game. You feel me? And that's 100. That has left the game, my nigga.
Shit is not the same no more.
Right. It's saturated. It's oversaturated. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers is trying to get a check right now. Niggas trying to get a check. They don't worry about it, who got the best bars. You know what I mean? I would be lying to you if I said I ain't want the bread. You feel me? Like, I'm a competitive nigga, but at the end of the day, like, the chicken is running it right now. Niggas trying to get paid, bro. Simple as that. If I see a nigga next to me get 40,000 for one battle, you fucking right, I'm trying to chase that.
Facts.
Fact, right, nigga. Like, I mean, that's not why I came in the game, but if I'm seeing that's right there, shit, I need that too. I need that too. Simple as that.
Rap Grid, we here with Cassidy, man.
Yeah, we out here, man. LA, Cali. Just came out this Ether battle. It wasn't the original one. It got postponed a day late because some shit happened. But we had to give it to the people, so we brought it back together, man. Lush One, the whole team, man. Film on TV. We did it, man. And we did it again. So the footage, when the footage go out?
Soon. That's just crazy.
Y'all gonna be able to see it real soon, man. But it's classic shit, man. Niggas couldn't wait to see me step back in the ring. I'm back in it now. So niggas is happy, satisfied. Let's get it.
So I just got to point out how pretty much everybody that was interviewed tried to keep it as professional as possible, but they all mentioned within the first 30 seconds of their interviews that there was at least one unprofessional aspect to the whole organizational side of this event. And who organized the event? Lush One and whoever's on his team. So it all falls back on Lush One, on No Jumper Lush One. You know what this really reminds me of, which is interesting? It's actually the other way around. Technically, the Travis Ford and the 30 alleged 30 Crips outside of No Jumper thing. This happened before that, but that's what comes to mind when I see this footage. Is wow. So Lush has been booking people and overbooking shit and not planning accordingly, not executing plans properly. He's just been bad business since, his prime. This is Lush One at his best, is what y'all say. Y'all say he's the battle rap legend, Lush One. And I say there's two sides to the word legendary. Legendary success and legendary failure. Lush One is a legendary failure.
A question I got for you is that a lot of people say that there's a difference between battling on a stage and battling in a small room. You can play the different strengths. Being that you did both with this battle, what do you feel the biggest difference was?
All the way around, I feel in the smaller room is better. When you got a lot of people around that's drunk, rooting for different people, and they be having a lot of pre-battles, so people got to sit through a lot of battles, they be kind of uncomfortable. It could cause a lot of problems. And when a large amount of people make noise, it could distract the rappers from getting their shit off. But if it's in a closed-in room, it's like if the crowd start responding, it might stop you for a second, but you could get right back to it. You could control the crowd when it's in that small area, and that's the cloth I'm cut from. I'm not cut from the cloth for big stages and thousands of people being there. I'm used to it being people there. It might be 50 people, it might be 200 people, but it's in a small area and niggas is getting it in. That's
all right. And so even the dude who got paid $350,000 to show up to this event, even he's saying that basically what they just partaked in, not only did it happen a day late off schedule, which is crazy for any type of concert or festival or something to get postponed by just one day because of some JCat style scheduling issue, but this was a bastardization of a battle rap event. It's away from what they're supposed to be. It's not the essence. It's like, oh, a football field's supposed to be 100 yards, but we're playing on a 50-yard field, or we're playing on a 150-yard field, whatever the case may be. Lush is out here just completely screwing over the culture for personal gain, for financial gain. What does that sound like? This is like advanced culture vulture, for real. If you think about it, he's an advanced culture vulture in this era, this legendary battle rap guy, Lush One, that y'all, some of y'all, not many, but some of y'all like to try to defend. You want to defend him after this video? Guess what I'm going to say to you? Fuck out of here. Get out of here with that. He is a legendary failure, and I don't want to hear anything else about it.
It's what I did my whole life. So being on the stage yesterday was like the first time that I ever did that as far as battling. But you know, I feel more comfortable in the closed-in room because people could hear me. There's no mic problems, there's no speaker problems. I could just get busy and niggas could actually see me and they feel close to me because they right there. And I like that feeling better.
And do you think that there was probably a better opponent for you than Disaster?
Spit up? Say that one more time.
Do you think there's a better opponent for you than Disaster as far as, you know, style clash goes?
You never know, man. It just depends on how you show up that night. You know, you can't judge a person by what they did in the past because they could do marvelous things in the past and show up one night and be trash. Or they could be trash in the past and show up one night and be incredible. It just depends on how a nigga show up that night. So, you know, any opponent that could get that chicken up. You know what I'm saying? If they bring that chicken up and they tell me they want me to battle any and everybody, I'm going to do it if the chicken is right. And I've been telling them that. Like, I ain't picked Disaster. You know, they picked him. They wanted his obituary written. So I told them if y'all cut the check, I'll write the nigga obituary, and that's how I went.
Right. All right. And anything else you want to say to anybody else who got anything?
I just want to say, you know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't my fault, I still apologize for what happened last night. You know, it wasn't meant to happen like that, but you know, shit happens. But we tried our best to bring it back to the table for y'all the right way, so that's why we just did it like how we did it, and the footage will be out real soon. Keep repping the niggas that, you know what I mean, that's real on these streets, Mayhem Music, Larceny Family, we out here all day, every day. LA, Cali, man, we out here. I'm breathing this Cali air. I love it out here, man. Philly, Pennsylvania, though, all day, every day, man. You know how I get it in the hustler. Easy.
Gosh, dang, Lush. Lush failed so epically that damn near everybody that took part in this and did an interview, and keep in mind, if y'all want to see all the interviews and all the content that Rap Grid produced for this event and other Lush One moments, go over to their page. It's a dope page, and they have a podcast that they drop now, you know, in current times too. It's not like some channel that just fell off after a few years or whatever. Like, they're still making content all the time, and it's a pretty dope page. But my point is, Lush got these dudes making quarterback and point guard type statements when you lose, but it was really the coach calling bad plays, but the quarterback being the leader of the team and shit, got to go up to the podium and take the blame still. Like, yeah, you know, I'm not the one calling the plays, but it's my fault. I got to do better out there. I got to throw it to that receiver that's not open. I got to make the perfect throw. So it's my fault. I'll take the blame because I'm the leader of the team. You got niggas out here making leadership type statements for your failure. So, you know what that kind of tells me? Lush didn't take accountability for the shit show that he put on. I wonder who he tried to put the blame on.
You know, it's a big step, man. You know, throwing an event of this magnitude, as you know, it takes a lot of things, and they had some major hiccups. I think one of them was like the amount of time they gave earlier battles, like they just kind of went too long. Mic issues, you know, and just like general respect for who's throwing the event, you know, like when the person who's throwing the event asks you to get off the stage, if you have any kind of respect for them, you start to move, you know, you get off stage. just little things like that. I mean, it's all a learning experience. I ain't gotta tell you. You know about throwing big events, so.
So what happened? Because I was kind of on the side. Describe what happened with Cassidy and Disaster.
Yeah,
even after they got off the stage, how did it end like that?
Mics went out. I think it's a time issue because the Blasco is a club. They throw nightclub stuff. And what's today? Is it like Saturday or something? Yeah, Saturday night, LA. They didn't have it rented out for nighttime. So if you don't finish when you're supposed to finish, and you know sometimes events run up, you got a big club right here. They're trying to throw a mainstream party right here. So they're like, your battle's over. And that's the mess up, and that's where you gotta learn from the mistakes. You gotta have people who are running it, who are definitely who hold it down, make people adhere to the time limits, and get off the stage. And I'm gonna be out of here, man. Good seeing you.
All right, so this is Lush and Disaster in a more recent times now, slightly. This is the beginning of Lush on No Jumper still, but it's this clip played in the beginning of the video as well, but it's relevant to what you're about to see after that, which is going to be kind of Lush pointing the finger towards the sugar daddy, the billionaire that was funding the shit show that he was putting on. So let's check that out.
I was really I was more in the streets.
Well, it's never easy when you lose your billionaire sugar daddy.
Yeah, 1,000.
Adam over here keeping it a whole buck.
No, that's
beginning. How does Elkie David reach out to you, and how does this thing even come into existence?
So he never even reached out to me. What had happened was, actually, gotta give props to the homies Cali Smooth and Yak the Ripper, two dope MCs from the California scene, from the Fresh Coast, and they knew a dude named Kashim who used to work for Alki back in the day, and they're like I guess he used to be in their hood over there in Inglewood when they would be smoking weed, and I guess they was all watching battles one day, and then he's like, what are y'all youngsters doing? Like, what are y'all looking at? You feel me? So he was like, here, check this out. And he's like, and then dude was watching. He's like, this is weird. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, there's no beat. What's going on? And then he saw the numbers. So he's like, whoa, well, this shit said this video's been watched 1.8 million times. And then he's like, damn, all these videos got all these views. Like, y'all know the people that do this? He's like, yeah, well, you know, there's this guy Lush out here. He throws, you know, all the events in Cali. Like, he's like, can you get me on the phone with him? And they're like, yeah, that's my folks, of course, you know. So got me on the phone with dude. And at first, he's like, yo, I know all these guys. I have all these connects. What he said to me was Direct TV.
So let me get this straight though before he continues on with the whole Direct TV part of the story. He was willing to sell a culture that supposedly means something to him to somebody who didn't even like the shit. He just liked the numbers it was producing. That's interesting. That doesn't sound like somebody that truly loves the culture that he's claiming to love so much, to be honest. Now, who am I to question his love for the culture? But sounds like his main motive was just to make money off of the culture, to me. Maybe I'm dissecting it wrong. It sounds a little vulture-ish. I'm starting to see why him and Adam get along so well. You know, he's a very freaky guy. He likes to party, and he likes to screw over people in the hip hop community. He was out here. He was getting large amounts of money and not giving it to the people that actually, you know, helped build this thing into a notable enough thing. The people that were actually boots on the ground at every battle weren't getting no $350,000. Cassidy, who signed to a major label at the time, who didn't need that extra money, got that check while these people didn't even get to perform. Interesting. Very interesting. And all this was just an effort to make money off of the pay-per-view. Because you get on Sharp about, you know, his past, but look at your past. You tried to pimp out an entire genre of the culture. And not only did you try, but you failed. You didn't even do a good job at trying to pimp out the culture. You fucked it all up and made everybody hate you.
I went into it thinking that I had a meeting with Direct TV, right? We go to one meeting, And it's like, okay, and it's just like he said it was in Beverly Hills. I'm like, all right, for sure. You feel me? Like, to a kid that had been in Oakland for the past 15 years. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know anyone that had been to Beverly Hills. You know, so like that was like crazy. But I get to the spot and it's not really. It's like Beverly Hills adjacent, like the slums of Beverly Hills. And it wasn't DirecTV. It was like, what's that shit called? Like it was called like One World Entertainment or something. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, TV One. It's like an urban. It's an urban channel, right? So it was completely not what I was expecting. I'm like, all right, for sure. Take a meeting with the dude. This Jewish dude with the big gold chain, and he's the fucking biggest kook ever, you feel me? This dude, Robert Corsini, you feel me? It's like Italian Jew like me, but this dude's like a fucking 80-year-old kook, and he's just like, is talking, I'm like, bro, you have no jug, like, why am I wasting my time? Like, you have a bag of money for me? He's talking about editing sizzle reels, and we could maybe get something. I'm like, bro, like, he's fucking, I'm responsible for, at this point, 800 million views online, you feel me? Like, here's your sizzle reel. I literally said that to dude, and the kid like, can't give the dude, because she looking at me like, what are you doing? But then I was like, nah, this dude's a kook, I'm out. He's like, all right, don't trip. We got the real meeting with DirecTV tomorrow. So don't, like you're meeting this guy, he's a billionaire. That's all I knew. I was meeting a billionaire, something about DirecTV. I'm like, all right. Just so happened, me and baby girl, I go home and baby girl is watching TV, right? And I heard of that show called The Shark Tank before, but it was just serendipitously happened to be on that night. And I was like, this is that show where you pitch ideas to billionaires and they like decide if they want to fuck with you or not. And then I was like, oh shit, that's low key what I'm about to do tomorrow. So I was like,
hey, that boy high as hell, ain't he? Look how his I believe that was his ex-wife now, his wife at the time. She's looking at him like, oh, you fucking idiot. You're so proud of messing up this whole shit. You screwed up and you're just over here telling it like it's a grand old story.
fuck, all right. So I kind of like watched the show for like 15 minutes, seeing how they did, seeing how the business people were analyzing. This is my deep analysis before approaching a billionaire. Like, I watch Shark Tank for 15 minutes, you feel me? And wake up and pop an Adderall, you feel me? And I'm like, all right, for sure, let's go to Beverly Hills.
Imagine being Cali Smooth watching that interview after the opportunity of a lifetime was basically pulled from under your feet for no fault of your own, and watching this J-Cat joke around as nobody else in the room is laughing, but joke around in an interview explaining the debacle that he put on, the multi-million-dollar debacle, and not just Cali Smooth, the other rappers as well, other than Cassidy, because, you know, he pulled up and got his check and left and pissed off a bunch of fans. But just imagine being in those people's shoes, and this freaking junkie that looks like he should just be wandering the streets of LA is on here talking about, you know, I was just geeked up late at night before the big meeting that's supposed to get this on freaking cable television or whatever, satellite TV, same shit, just different method. But it's supposed to be a huge business deal going on, and I put on Shark Tank for the first time in my life and watched it for 15 minutes. He didn't even finish the episode. Just watched a negotiation or two and was like, all right, I'm going to go to this meeting now that you know, this whole subgenre of a culture that has impacts thousands of artists is in my hands, and this is as much as I care about it. But yeah, so we're at the end of the video. I got a bonus clip in here for y'all as promised earlier. Thank you for watching to this point. If you still are listening, you are the realest MVP of this whole shit. If you're new to the channel and you're hearing my voice right now, you for sure might as well hit subscribe, because who else in the No Jumper universe is dropping 2-hour content like this? You might as well hit the follow, you know what I'm saying? And as always, like, comment if you want to, all that good stuff. And yeah, so this bonus clip though, because this is the last time y'all will hear my voice on the video, This is this happened in the parking lot after Lush called Suspect a snitch over the phone, and Suspect was supposed to pull up to fight Lush while they were live on air, and so much so that everybody left from the live stream from the gray desk that they streamed from, and they followed Lush into the alley, the same alley that Loose Cannon pistol whipped a man in. But yeah, they all follow Lush to the alley, and Lush is waiting, and Sus doesn't pull up. So it looked like, Lush was in the clear. Obviously, we all know now that they ended up either staging a fight or having a fight at Suspect's front yard, well, his dad's front yard, sorry. He lives with his father. But, yeah, so this is from that incident, though. And this YouTuber pulled up to No Jumper and wanted to confront Lush about something, and also ends up saying a bunch of things about Adam 22. Some things from the what was his name? Little Pump? Little, whatever. When he was touring around with the 16-year-old rapper and allegedly sleeping with the same people that the 16-year-olds were sleeping with on tour. Yeah, that era with Smoke Perp and all them. This is what this video is from. And this guy who's behind the camera, but he's going to be talking to Lush, he worked at a hotel in New York City that Adam and all those people stayed at on tour. And he was saying, there was an incident with a 15-year-old girl's mother pulled up to the hotel looking for her, while Adam 22 was, allegedly giving lean and all types of wild ass activities going on with these underage rappers on tour. This video, I think, just deserves a new light shined on it. So yeah, enjoy this video and share it with your friends and all that if you want to. And I'll see y'all very soon on the next one. Thanks for watching.
No, yeah, cause I asked
this nigga right here waiting on Lush outside because on Sunday. I don't know, but he almost had to put him under something.
No, because Lush, I asked you one time on phone. I told you whenever you meet Adam 22 again, ask him about the Harlem Hotel. Why you didn't ask him about the Harlem Hotel? Why you didn't ask him about the Harlem Hotel?
I don't, but
it killed your it actually killed your credibility as a podcaster. Ask him about the Arlo Hotel. Ask him if he was at the Arlo Hotel.
I don't know what that is.
The Arlo Hotel is in Soho, New York. I was a barista. When I was a barista there, who NYPD showed up to because there was a 15-year-old in a room?
Bro, first of all,
and I ask you, ask him if he was at the Arlo Hotel. Ask him if he was at the Arlo Hotel, and you let us down. You let us down. We invested a lot on watching you. No, the whole community.
I've never even spoken to you in my life.
Eres una vergüenza. Eres una vergüenza. Eres una vergüenza. And right now you're showing your junkie attitude. Eres una vergüenza.
Bro,
many people believe in you. Eres una vergüenza. You know how I am.
I'm asking you.
Yo soy un colombiano que está. Yo soy un colombiano. Yo soy un colombiano que siente. I said Afro Latino. I said Afro Latino. I don't like. I said Afro Latino. I want to see your hands because I don't like how you hiding your hands. Now, as an Afro Latino, I feel like
I don't know what the fuck.
No, because as an Afro Latino, I feel like you guys use black and Latinos to make you guys the media, the camera shows the image that you guys are not portraying. So I wanted to be outside to see where is the no, because están empujando división. I'm an activist. I'm gonna be in Victorville on Friday, working for the community. You guys are here nothing but pushing division. What about the street bandits? How about what have you guys done? You say you brown people, right? I never seen much brown people on Victorville standing up for activists that got arrested on December 23rd. That's the reality.
That doesn't mean I don't know right from wrong though.
No, but my thing is this: you saw your soul, and I wanted to tell you in your face, you saw your soul. Son una vergüenza. For a whole 2 years, we spent time watching you guys believing in y'all, and you guys sell yourself.
I've done nothing but speak up for brown and black people.
And that's why I'm here. But here's the thing.
So if you know me, you know my heart is pure.
I know it is.
I mean no disrespect.
I know, but don't
so why you?
But don't forget about the.
He thought he was in control. How wrong he was.